This video recap is brought to you by Advance Auto Parts. The late Terry Chandler was much more than just a fan of drag racing. She loved the sport with all of her heart and wasn't afraid to tell anyone. So she wasn't afraid to put her money where her passion was, sponsoring 2 funny cars and donating the sponsor space to 2 of her favorite charitable programs. Drag racing suffered a considerable loss when Chandler passed away last July. On Sunday afternoon in Brainerd, Minnesota, Chandler's spirit was on display as her funny cars, driven by Jack Beckman and Tommy Johnson Jr., met in the final round at the Lucas Oil NHRA Nationals. It was the first time the two had met in a final round. Beckman led the race from start to finish in a victory, which also clinched his berth into the countdown.
Countdown clinched. You get the win here today. Why should teams fear you in the countdown?
Because of the 10 guys I'm surrounded with. And you know what? We change lives. With this Infinite Hero car and with my teammate Tommy Johnson's Make-A-Wish car, we get to change lives. You always want to do bitchin' stuff on the racetrack. Our cars can be sitting in the pits. We're raising money. We're helping out great organizations. We're changing injured veterans' lives. We're changing sick kids' families' lives. This is just a 12-pound chunk of metal. You guys have no idea. I think you do know how much it means to a race team at the end of the day on race day. This means we got our act together. We got a car that runs good. We could not pick a better time in the year for Terry Chandler, for Doug Chandler, for Roger and Karen Comstock, for everybody that has helped this team, and for Don Schumacher, who's had the faith to keep going with us. Love all you guys.
Father knew best when it came to Top Fuel. For the first time since Gary Selzy did it in 1997, Billy Torrence, father of the point leader Steve Torrence, won his first race after scoring his first career #1 qualifier. The elder Torrence understood his win came at a high physical price.
Billy, you are a drag racer throughout your career in all of sportsman classes. Now you get to hold a Top Fuel Wally. What will you remember about this day?
Well, I'll remember trying not to cry while you're interviewing me for the first thing, but I'll remember all the hard work that those guys back there. We changed 2 engines every time except for that time, and one time didn't even get to warm up, had to ride up in the car, and just how hard all those guys worked to be sure when I come out I have a good car and can have a good time. And all those pipeliners back home, how about them Capco boys?
Deric Kramer scored his second career Pro Stock victory, the 18th different winner at Brainerd, as he defeated Tanner Gray, who went 002 red. Although he's won before, the win marked his first Sunday win. His first was on a Monday at the rain-delayed Topeka race.
Going around his neck, the national winner's hat as well. Tanner, with the red light, you were right on it as well. At what point did you know you had this one in the bag?
About shifting into high gear, I looked up and I saw the wind light was on in my lane, and I figured that was pretty good for me, so can't complain about that.
In an all Harley-Davidson Pro Stock motorcycle final, Eddie Krawiec remained undefeated in 2018 final rounds as he took down teammate Andrew Hines, who remains winless this season in final rounds. Sunday's win marked his 3rd career victory in Brainerd and pulled him into a tie for the lead with Hines.
Eddie, you are tightening the points against your teammate Andrew Hines. Indy is up next. How important is it to you to leave the points leader?
You know, it's not really that important. There's not much of a spread. It's just good to get these Harley-Davidson into the winner's circle. These street rods getting a race win, taking home that Lucas Oil money, thank you. And everybody here at Brainerd Raceway, thank you. My wife, everybody back home, not everybody knows publicly, but my wife is pregnant. We are expecting a little boy, so I'll throw that one out there too. So unfortunately, he's due the week of Pomona, so... But it's great for us, you know. I can't thank our whole team enough. Everybody back at Harley-Davidson, Vance and Hines that supports this program. All you guys that bust your butt to give Andrew and I these motorcycles that we have that are badass and fast. Woo!
The top alcohol divisions were out in force this weekend. After never having won a round of competition in Brainerd before this season, top alcohol dragster racer Jackie Frick scored 4 in a row to take home the title. The top alcohol funny car division featured a clash of the titans as Annie Whiteley beat Jay Payne in the final. Sunday's win was her 2nd of the season and 6th of her career. Headlining the Lucas Oil Sportsman Divisions, Brian Johnson took home his first career national event trophy as he won Superstock when Jason DeForest went red. Running heads up with no breakout, a pair of C-Stock automatics battled it out in the stock final. Ben Line drove his Mustang to his 2nd consecutive NHRA Lucas Oil Nationals title, beating Randy Lynn Ship's Pontiac. Over in Super Comp, Don Nichols used a 009 reaction time to get the best of Don Lyston in the final round and win his first career NHRA National Event title. Jeff Crooks also won his first career NHRA National Event in his first career final when Tom Carlson went 005 red in the 990 Super Gas final. Todd Fleck also joined the first-time winners club as he claimed the top dragster title. Ross Larice broke on the burnout and limped to the starting line. Rounding out the sportsman winners, J.R. Lobner, who had his hands full, extended his winning streak at Brainerd, winning top sportsman, taking down Michael Fischel in the final round. Last weekend, Lobner won top sportsman at the Division 5 event. And an added attraction you likely won't find down south, Glenn Hall won Pro Stock Sled, taking down #1 qualifier Matt Ernst on a hole shot. The NHRA Mello Yello Series takes a weekend off before heading to Indy for the granddaddy of them all and the Chevrolet Performance NHRA U.S. Nationals, the final stop in the regular season. Make sure you check out CompetitionPlus.com daily for the latest in drag racing news, and be sure to like us on Facebook. This is Kathy Fisher reporting for Competition Plus TV.